All right, here we are at the Outback Motor Speedway, third running of the Commonwealth 200, sponsored by Gasoline Alley Auto Sales, Danny Sullivan. Danny's been a racer for a long time and retired, but he's still a race fan. We really appreciate him sponsoring this, especially for 3 years. And Alan Saggy. Here we got a man that couldn't find victory lane. Now you found it 2 weeks in a row. Got to be feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I guess we got our GPS fixed. We found victory lane. We know how to get here again now. And, it's been a tough year. We're second in points. We're not running that bad, but we kept running second, third, and fourth every week. And finally, last couple of weeks, things worked out. But, you just got to feel fortunate when you win here. The competition is so tough. And, hey, you may never win another one, or it might be a long, long dry spell.
Well, it just shows you how quick the momentum can change, because it seemed like you had decent nights, but then you'd get caught up in wrecks and nothing was going your way. You took right off on this one. Lost a lap right off the bat. But, hey, just who knows? You don't know. Just like we said, you got 8 guys lined up here and you have no idea who's going to win this race.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Tim. That's what keeps us all coming back. If you had a crystal ball and you could predict what was going to happen, it wouldn't be much fun, And you got to be on your game here. I mean, you can run a heck of a race and get beat. It just you got to run good. You got to have a little luck. And I guess the last couple of weeks we had a little luck.
Well, I'll tell you won, and you ended up on a lower lane. That helped you. Yeah. But I guess you've seen that second place had 4 of them tied, and it was just a matter of a few car lengths of what was from second to fourth.
Yeah, I saw that when we had that last caution. I looked up, and I'd taken the lead back away from Brent, and I saw everybody was tied, and I was beside Jimmy. I just wanted to be sure I didn't, screw him up, because I knew he was running for position there with Brent and Randy and Junior. They were all right in there battling, and I drove a little extra hard at the end to kind of lead Jimmy through. It was either let him go or kind of run hard so he could run hard. And I thought, well, the best thing is out front, out in clean air. So I just kept rolling. But, it just all worked out. I got to thank my car owner, Joe Shiflett. Did a fine job.
2 in a row. We got twin races coming up and then our Lucas race. So looks like you might be on the way to finishing the season off strong.
Well, you never know, Tim. You just do the best you can. I'd like to thank Dan Sullivan for sponsoring this race. I consider Dan a good friend of mine. I raced with Dan when I first started racing. He was sort of toward the end of his career. He was like one of the top dogs. And in fact, the first car that I drove was one of his old cars that the people I drove for bought from Dan. And just a fine gentleman. I remember watching him race when I was a kid. It was an honor to race against him, and it's an honor to win a race that he sponsored and, have a trophy at home with his name on it. Thank you, Dan.
All right, man. Well, congratulations.
All right. Thank you, Tim.
Here we are back at Outback Motor Speedway with the Commonwealth 200. This man here, that's a couple seconds for you. The Rocket, Randy Ritter, thought it was going to be your night, but the rotation just kind of carried more for Allen, but still 4 of you all fighting for who was going to get second.
Yeah, it was tough. We drew 8, started off, but, car was good, and, I was trying hard. I got by Brent there and Jimmy, I think, there at the end, but Alan he started on one and got out there in front of me a little bit too much. I couldn't catch him, but we've been running good, and another second, first loser. That's what they say anyhow, right? But I'm happy. I'm happy with tonight. Really happy.
Well, we're hoping to get you in victory lane here. You're going to have 3 more chances. We got dual races coming up next weekend, and then final races will be the Lucas race. So, you're running steady. You know how to run the A's now. So, where do you think you lost maybe a little time to Allen?
I started on 8. I think there was like 3 wrecks there in that first segment, and I think when you start out there, if you can get a clean run, I think you're okay. But you get 3 or 4 wrecks, stop and go on 8, it just hurts you. So I think I lost a little time there. And, I don't know. I had a new car tonight. Cody Mickelson run it, and actually I was going to race it, and he got in, by the skin of his teeth, but it was strong. I run beside him in a couple of segments. It was real strong. So I'm kind of teetering. I might drive it next week.
All right, well, don't overthink yourself. I've had to tell a lot of these guys not to overthink yourself, but running strong, you're sneaking on up into points. You're having your best year.
Yeah, I missed the first couple races, and I want to thank Junior because I went on board with him, and we kind of talked tonight, and I think we're going to go next year. We're going to get 2-car team, and I think we're going to race out his box, and we're going to go after the championship. I mean, here we made the main last, I think, 8 weeks. So, so I think I thought this week I said I got into the top 10. I missed 3 races. I'm in the chase, but we ain't got no chase. I think if we had a chase, I might be able to get there. So next year we're gonna
go for it.
We're gonna go at it. And I think the way we're running, I think we can be there, be a competitor.
Oh yeah, Junior's really strong, and glad to hear it. So congratulations, man.
All right, thanks.
All right, here we are back at Outback, Commonwealth 200, sponsored by Danny Sullivan. Third place finisher, Brent Hoddle. Tough race, man. Allen kind of had the rotation, but had 4 of you all battling who was going to be second, third, or fourth, and you come out third.
Yeah, when I pulled the 6 pill, I was like, man, because I'm going to finish on 8. I hate finishing on 8. I got lucky enough this year to win one on 8, but it is tough. I knew going into that last rotation, I knew where Allen was down the bottom. I knew he was going to get me. I was really having my fingers crossed, hoping I was going to finish second, but I'll take third, I don't care. Making the A main with this field, it's just unbelievable. You look, what was it? I think second, third, fourth, maybe fifth. We was all on the same lap, but I think there's 4 of us.
Second, third, and fourth.
Okay, yeah, and you do that, and I think Randy got me by 1.5 feet, 2 feet, and then we had Junior by a few feet, but it's tight. It's just ridiculous. The competition is just unreal. I can't stress it enough. I dare anybody come and take this track on.
Well, and it's a good point tonight. It looks like you haven't got the point sewed up completely yet, but you're sneaking there because these good finishes are not going to gain much on you, and you've had such a good season up to this. So, got to be a good night. Oh,
absolutely. I was just over talking to John, my car owner, and I can't thank him enough. This season has been unbelievable for me. I've gotten 6 wins so far, and the luck we've had and the finishes we've had, leading the points like right now. I think we're even leading the crown jewels at the moment. I got my fingers crossed on that. But he has worked his tail off. I was hoping to get him a win tonight since it's his birthday tomorrow, but didn't quite get there. But I think he'll be happy with the top 3. We had a good car. We was over talking. I don't know. We was missing something somewhere. We're not real sure where to put our finger on it, but hey, that's the competition for you.
Well, I told Allen, it's just shows how tough it is here because, there he was. He couldn't even get close to a win. He was getting seconds and thirds and fifths, and now here he picked off 2 in a row.
Yeah, absolutely, and I want to say congratulations to Allen. He sat and waited a long time. I think the next person that I'm rooting for now is old Jimmy McFarland. Boy, he needs one. I was hoping he'd get one by now, but he hasn't. But I want to thank Danny Sullivan with Gasoline Alley for sponsoring the event, and you for putting it on, and Denny for all his help. But I tell you, the racing here is intense. It's just intense. When you talk about, I think Allen even beat us by a lap. So, we weren't that far behind. And I was telling John, I don't know. We can't quite lay our finger where we need our speed. We're there, but it's like you just, a hit or a miss or here and there, and you're on. So, I don't know. It was a good race. We're happy.
All right, man. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.